About a week ago, Mark Calloway, also known as The Undertaker, the Phenom, the man who had a legendary 21-0 undefeated streak at Wrestlemania. He was on a podcast and he was asked as to why we, the audience, we wrestling fans, never got the chance to witness The Undertaker versus Sting at WrestleMania. And of course, The Undertaker's response was correct. It is very true that at WrestleMania 31 in Santa Clara, 2015, Vince McMahon, the creative team in WWE, they decided to go in a separate way. Instead of starting right off the bat with Sting versus The Undertaker, which is, to be honest, what they should have done. I was also hoping for that. They decided to give us Sting versus Triple H and The Undertaker against the late, great Bray Wyatt. And again, both matches served their purpose. Both matches were amazing. Scratch that, they weren't necessarily amazing, but again, they were worthy of being WrestleMania matches. That's what I meant. But of course, the minute The Undertaker mentions the fact that Vince McMahon did not want this to go down, every single fanboy in the IWC comes out and says, well, yeah, let's blame Vince McMahon for one more thing. Let's play the victim once again, which is one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to fan bases, when it comes to underdogs. When you play the victim, it just doesn't bode well with me. And again, I just include the fact that he was correct in that instance, because in that instance, 2015, The Undertaker and Sting were both part of WWE. You can blame Vince McMahon for that instance. But what about all the other times prior to that? What about 2001, as soon as WCW closed out its doors, Sting didn't want to sign with WWE? How about 2002, when all the big guns that weren't a part of the invasion angle started coming over to WWE, and Sting did not want to sign with WWE? How about 2003, when Sting made his first appearance at a major wrestling organization in 2 years at TNA Wrestling? How about any year before 2006, when he finally signed a long-term deal with TNA Wrestling? How about that infamous 2011, when we got those promos on Monday Night Raw, and everyone and their mother was teasing about a potential Sting versus Undertaker match that year at WrestleMania 27 in Atlanta? Again, all instances in which Sting was reluctant to sign with WWE. Valid reasons as to why he didn't want to sign, but again, you can't just blame Vince McMahon on us not getting that dream match. And to further add to that fire, look, Sting, he just retired. The last thing I want to do is throw shade at him or The Undertaker for that purpose, for whatever reasons. But it's safe to say that even in 2015, let's not even talk about 2024, even in 2015, both The Undertaker and Sting were well past their prime. Like I said, Undertaker had an acceptable match with Bray Wyatt that year. He got concussed at WrestleMania 30 the year prior against Brock Lesnar. His last good match, in my opinion, The Undertaker's last in-ring great performance, was 2013. And Sting, well, I saw Sting in 2011, and he was He wasn't too bad. He could still go. But 2012 came around and he was just not there anymore. So again, did I want the feud, the build-up, the rivalry, Sting, Undertaker, WrestleMania 31? Did I absolutely want it? Of course. But they would have given us an underwhelming match, nonetheless. That's all I have to say about that on that matter. All right? Again, most wrestling fans hate Vince McMahon right now. They have their reasons. So something like this comes out where The Undertaker means no ill will by saying those words. He just threw it out there like, oh, Vince didn't want it that year. The sheep are going to be sheep, and they're going to go after that one little instance in which they didn't get what they want and keep on adding on to that pile. Again, like I said, it's not all on Vince. Most of the responsibility is on Sting because Hogan, Hall, Nash, Goldberg, DDP, all these other Booker T, all these other famous potential WCW superstars with so much potential did come over to WWE, and he was the only one who did not. Out of what? Out of what? Ego. Simple as that. Again, I'm just stating facts here. Sting was a free agent in 2001, 02, 03, 04, 05. He signed with TNA Wrestling a full-time contract in 06. He was about to become a free agent in 2011. Once again, chose not to. If you ask me, those are a lot more bigger reasons as to why the match did not take place rather than that one instance where they were both well past their prime and they both happen to be a part of WWE. But again, those are just my thoughts on this entire situation. Again, I'm not a big fan of harping on the past. Let's focus on the present. But again, it's just ridiculous how wrestling fans react when it comes to the IWC and whatever comments get made. So with that said, leave your thoughts and comments in the comments section below. With that said, I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.